Hi guys, Mineralogic here. Giving you a quick update. I'm going to try not to talk too long in this one and then try not to ramble. But I saw some stuff online, and anyone who's inquisitive will start to ask about Youngevity, and wow, their products work really good. And one of the reasons for that is in some of their core products here. You'll see here the Tangy Tangerine, the Osteo FX, and the Ultimate EFA Plus. These are the three core products in their 90 for life healthy start pack, and their whole crusade here is to tell people how essential it is to get these 90 essential nutrients and to live a high quality nutritional life, which will benefit yourself for the long term. And it's pretty simple. Most people might not know this. I'll break it down for you. Dr. Oz actually agrees exactly with this formula. Most people know who Dr. Oz is. You need to get yourself a great multivitamin mineral complex. If it's absorbable like this one is and full of nutrients and minerals and it's high quality, then spend the money. Get it. Number two is OsteoFX, equivalent to other things that are sold. It's a booster for the magnesium, calcium, vitamin D. This also has chondroitin, MSM in it, and strontium and some other things in here. Very good for joints and bones, especially for women too when they get older. Perfect booster for it. But a lot of people end up being deficient in calcium, magnesium as you get older. So check that out. I'm using this. I just started this one. Ultimate EFA Plus. These are your fish oils, omega 3, 6, and 9s. They're essential fatty acids. So all the proof is out there that this is what a body needs, and you need to get it in serious doses to be able to affect you and the benefit of your life. Youngevity likes to explain, the flour. These are the core nutrients, the 90 for life, and then you can get all the specialty stuff that people sell out there. So that center is the 90 for life. The stem represents the majestic earth plant-derived minerals. So this video here, I want to focus on these majestic earth plant-derived minerals. This is what basically plants suck up the minerals from the soil, which of course, as we now know, and you should know from my other videos, has been depleted, and so it's deficient. And anyone in big agriculture knows that. That's why they have to use the core nutrients to grow the plants, but they only put in enough nutrients, the minerals, to get the plant to grow at the cheapest amount of cost. So this is some of the special sauce in Youngevity that they don't really, I guess a lot of people in the business might not totally understand it, but I've come to a great understanding for it. So what are the essential 90 for life nutrients here? Basically, if you take all three of these things, you're going to get 60 essential minerals, 16 essential vitamins, 12 essential amino acids, and 3 essential fatty acids. So most people have heard of calcium and magnesium, and sodium, and potassium. Most people have heard of the vitamins and the B complexes, the vitamin C's, the vitamin D's, the vitamin A's. Most people have heard of these essential amino acids, which are like in protein powder. Many people have heard of fish oils or the flaxseed oils, the essential fatty acids. Many people have not heard of an essential minerals such as aluminum, sulfur, gold, silver, tin, titanium, vanadium, all this stuff. Cesium, cerium. Most people, when they hear that, go, wait a second. The human body doesn't need that. That's metal. You can't, that'll kill you. You'll get Alzheimer's from aluminum. So I've seen some stuff online where people are totally way off and missing the boat on this. These forms of the minerals from Youngevity are organic in nature. They're coming from a plant-derived mineral with the focus here I want on plant, meaning it's organic. It's not inorganic. It's not literally aluminum chips you're eating. It's organic, plant-derived minerals. These are actually from a humic shale in Utah. They mine out, clean out, and use a special proprietary process for that. But what you're basically getting is fossilized plants that already have the minerals in them. They've already consumed the minerals, and then those plants are basically frozen in time there, and they have that. That's what they're using and adding to for instance, the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. That's part of the secret sauce there. You'll see in the certain a certain amount of grams in there, or micrograms. Okay, so don't freak out about this. I'm going to show you why. A lot of people here have heard of aluminum poisoning, or they've with Alzheimer's, or they've heard of arsenic. Oh, arsenic. Oh, there's something happened about that recently, right? Yeah, Dr. Oz. If you want to type in arsenic in FDA, that's all you got to do over here is check this out and go to this site. The official U.S. FDA talks about it. I'll go to the scroll to the bottom just to show you that Dr. Oz was involved in this in 2011, bringing it to the attention of people. What is arsenic? Arsenic is present in the environment as a naturally occurring substance or as a result of contamination from human activity. Of course, humans, right? However, it's found in water, air, food, and soil in organic and inorganic forms. There are two types of arsenic, organic and inorganic. The inorganic forms of arsenic, that's the stuff that people might online, or if somebody would research this, they might be freaked out, or their ears might peak up about this, is because the inorganic forms of the arsenic are the harmful forms, while the organic forms of arsenic are essentially harmless. No major studies have ever definitively proven that you can be hurt by the organic forms of any of these minerals that I've seen. And if I'm wrong, show me. But basically, it's very simple. Organic forms mean they're actually in the fruit, they're in the seed, they're in the nut, they're in the vegetable, they're in the plant, okay? It's a different form. It's already gone through a transformation through the soil and into the plants, okay? So that's the scoop with this one. You can read about this. The FDA had to answer to a bunch of people who, parents and stuff, who were very concerned. And it's still true that you're going to get arsenic from in certain amounts, even inorganic, in these fruit juice boxes and these certain fruit juices. You can see here they've tested it. Some people don't believe the testing in what's going on here, but you can definitely see that it actually does occur naturally in here. So I'd be only concerned about any of the inorganic stuff that got in something like this. So make sure your quality is there. So that takes care of that. I'm going to bring you over to the Youngevity Institute here. Let me get, it's called the Youngevity Institute. Well, bear with me here for a second. You just delete the thing. Here we go. Frequently asked questions. This company is associated with Youngevity, so it's kind of like the little research arm here, and they do have a doctor on staff here that answers questions. Arsenic. I noticed in the formula for Majestic Earth, that's the plant-derived minerals, they have trace elements of arsenic. Indeed, arsenic can become a deadly poison. Arsenic is also essential for health, so it all depends on the dose. This is valid for numerous other minerals. So basically, he'll give you the levels here. If you did the dose of every day of the plant-derived minerals, only contains 0.15 microgram. That's equivalent to 0.23% of the no observed adverse effect level. So not even close to being a concern, like I said, in this formula. And again, it's a organic part of it. You'll see more. He goes down here and goes into it as far as micrograms per liter or parts per billion, etc. Again, not even close to what people are eating or getting through water and all the other levels the EPA, World Health talk about. So again, you can get this information, doing this real quick here, but you can get this from this site, the Youngevity Institute. Here is the website here. You can get that. Okay, now on to aluminum. A lot of people, again, freak out about aluminum. Aluminum, when you look at the actual proof, which Youngevity has no problem, they actually give shows what's in the plant-derived minerals, so people who are interested in that can find out. It shows a certain amount of aluminum that somebody might think is concerned. First of all, it's for a whole liter proportion, the way they report it. Well, when you do the math, you realize that it's nothing to be concerned of. Don't worry. Aluminum is present in every food and living organisms, humans included. So we're getting exposed to this stuff all the time. One serving of the ultimate classic, or there's an ultimate Tangy Tangerine. Basically, it's the same amount of dose of the plant minerals that are in this Beyond Tangy Tangerine that is now so popular and will continue to be popular. You get about equivalent to 132 micrograms of aluminum hydroxide. So remember, Aluminum, there is no standalone aluminum. It always has to be created and combined naturally. It comes that way naturally in nature. So basically, you're only getting in a dose of the Tangy Tangerine per day. You're only getting a roughly looks like 40, or in the dose 46.2% of what is available in a Maalox Forte. What that is an antacid tablet. So let's break it down here. From the above, you do the math here. You see what the FDA is allowing Maalox to sell people for heartburn. So any of you taking heartburn medicine, you're getting loads of aluminum in that form. Okay. From the above, one could say that one serving of the plant minerals contains 3.14% of the aluminum hydroxide daily acceptable dose by the FDA. Again, don't worry about it. Not even close. And I'll show you again right here. Again, this is newsletter 6, was updated February 2012. Aluminum, you'll see, is everywhere. Most people are worried. They think that they might be consuming actual metal aluminum chips. This was a new precious metal. It was actually created with a reaction here. You can see with potassium amalgam, aluminum chloride. Okay, it's one of the most abundant elements on Earth, and in the crust. Oxygen, obviously, is in everything. Silicon, aluminum, 8.3%. You'll see in the Earth crust. In other words, all the plants and vegetables out there can potentially be getting this in their system. This site saying aluminum, like I said before, does not exist as a metal per se. Okay, in nature, aluminum exists only to be combined with other elements, like silicates, for instance. Still not convinced? Well, besides being the third most abundant element in Earth, aluminum, check it out. Here's a nice table here showing you Parmesan cheese has 2,000 micrograms per 100 grams. Not saying you're going to eat 100 grams of Parmesan, but let me tell you something. Yogurt, I just checked my Greek yogurt. If you ate a serving of what they say on my label, I'd be getting 300 micrograms. They're saying here in 100-gram dose, 150. Broccoli, not that much. Brussels sprouts, a lot more. Corn, a lot more. You see how this stuff gets in the system? Mussels, 27,000 of aluminum, okay, in that form. And who knows, it's coming from the sand. It might be a lot of inorganic form of that. White bread, 220. So stop freaking out about it. It's not that much, because the dose of the Tangy, I'll come down here and show you the Majestic Earth plant-derived minerals right here. Just skip all this. You can go back to this later. 132 micrograms in one serving. If you did the full dose of this stuff and the Tangy and everything, I think about 4 at least for like a man. If you did 4 of those scoops of the Tangy, you'd probably be right over here, 264 micrograms. I could be wrong. I'm doing quick math here, but this is the way I understand it. So 1 fluid ounce of Majestic Earth plant-derived minerals is 132 micrograms of aluminum sulfate. That's where they get this 132 here. That's less than 30% of the average aluminum compound content of one antacid tablet, such as the Maalox, which they talked about up here. So look, if you did a lot of antacid tablets, you'd be dosing yourself with massive amount of aluminum hydroxide, another form of aluminum. Like we said, there's different forms there with the ions. So again, if you're doing, not saying anyone wants to go, again, I'll reiterate, I'm not saying anyone wants to sit there and just take loads of aluminum in any form, not caring, and just doing it for the heck of it. I'm saying if it's organic, don't worry about it, okay? And number 2, even if it was unhealthy, you'd have to do such massive amount of doses of the Youngevity products that you wouldn't be alive, basically. It doesn't exist. You can't consume that much. But boy, if you did Maalox, boy, you can add that total up very quickly if you had heartburn. But if you get on the Tangy, you won't have to worry about it. Because it's proving to you that they put aluminum, a little bit of aluminum, or a lot of aluminum in this case, in there anyway to help people with their stomachs. So I'm telling you, when you have the right minerals and they're in the right form, the organic form, lots of symptoms can go away in your life. My stomach has never felt better, actually, right now. So this site, again, is from their newsletter 6. They have other newsletters on this site. Frequently asked questions. Here's some of the stuff. If you're still concerned about, why you need vitamins stuff, they have some great links here that talk about this. Supplements. Why this is a very good one right here. The importance of mineral and vitamin supplementation. They'll go tell you more about the soils and everything I kind of covered in the other stuff in the history of this and some of the studies that come out of it where they catch the USDA basically proving that the calcium, magnesium, and other stuff is just, drastically going down over a 20-year period. But that they don't, kind of talk about it. They're not going to talk about this stuff. So I hope you enjoy this, and I hope it answers some questions for you. Even if you're an agent yourself in the business and just found it wasn't made clear, well, now it is for you. Do more research if you'd like. If there's more studies and stuff, I will more than happy to change my opinion. But, I mean, the facts are the facts. The stuff's in everything. So let me just delete out of this stuff. I'll post those links if you want to see them. Let's see here if there was one more thing I had for you. That was it. So thank you very much. Take care.